Hello, everybody. Suman Pachigulla here, and after a long time, I got an opportunity to connect with you live. And today, I would like to share for those people who wants to build their career or those who feel stuck in the current job or for those who wants to rebuild their career. Now, what is the good opportunities and what is that market in there? At first, it comes with IT, non IT, and management, other functional work, right? Now, if you are someone from wants to make a good career and you are someone who wants to explore in corporate culture, you are someone who wants to work with MNCs, then I definitely suggest the best at this point of time is recruiting industry. Yes, obviously, if you want to go to the technical side, you can learn technical skills and apply as a fresher, right? But hey, Yogesh, but if you are a fresher, if you are someone who is currently struggling to get a job, and you are a housewife, now you want to rebuild your career, this is the very good and best industry I would suggest. Why? Because there are lot of opportunities. People, when corona hit, so many people lost their jobs, so many companies shut down, but still, when every employee become reliable and become trusted to the management that yes, being working from home also we can produce as much as results that we produce while working at office, and that gave a lot of opportunity, that opened up the window for so many people from every part of the country. All right, now if you are someone with a very good English communication and you have the zeal to help people, then yes, you could choose recruiting industry as one of your career. All right, hey Uzair, how are you? And now, if you are currently working as a recruiter, then how your life is going on? Majority of the time I hear from the recruiters that my manager, my team lead, they are always behind me and they are asking for submissions, productivity, and so many things. So how could I come out of this situation? Because when a recruiter goes home with a zero submission, meaning with a zero productivity, and I can understand, I felt that how it feels, right? Because tomorrow when we go home, we have to answer once again that why did I close my day without submitting anything else? Now that is a bigger question. Now forget about your candidate is being rejected or you did not get any offers or anything else for your client, but first thing comes in, how you were not productive, how you're going to answer that. So here, most of the time what happens when recruiters say something, it comes with, it sounds as if it's a reason given to what, to avoid, or it's given a reason, or it's an excuse that generally recruiters give to the management. That is how it looks like. But what I would suggest you people, we are, as a recruiter working in an organization as an employee, right? You got to understand that as an employee we are responsible for producing results, making money for the company. They are the investors. Now every investor will look at every employee as an investment, and if there is no productivity is coming in, meaning their money is just drained up. Now if they are draining their money, just imagine we as an employee do not produce anything else. Now that is what the question. So manager is doing their duty, team lead is doing their duty. Now as a recruiter you got to do your duty, that how you can be more productive, okay, to improve your skills, to understand where things are going wrong, how you are planning your day, what sort of mindset you are starting your day, how you have dealt your day at your home. Now, are you coming to work with the same kind of mindset? So many things plays a role when it comes to someone to become a productive. All right. Now, there is a question came in. Hi Suman, what would be easy to start career in recruitment with no past experience, domestic or US IT recruiting? That's a pretty good question. So here, what is your name? Vivek's Grave. That's, I know it's a username. What's your name? All right, I'll read out as soon as I see the name. All right. The first thing you need to understand, there are a lot of opportunities for domestic USIT recruiting, Canada recruiting, UK recruiting, so many different types of recruiting people. Now, my sincere advice, without understanding, without getting trained on how exactly it works, don't go for interviews. Why? Because you may end up losing opportunities. That is the only reason. All right? Meaning, you may watch YouTube videos, you may watch some other videos, you may read some documents, and you feel that yes, you could do this job. It's Monica, sir. Hey, Monica, good to hear you. Perfect. And now, there is nothing new to share to Monica, but again, let me take that as a total question and share that once again. Hey, just to give you an information, Monica is one of the highly paid recruiters members in highly paid recruiter family, and she just got a job, and she has multiple options, but she had chosen something which is close to her heart. And congratulations for that, Monica. And yes, so as she has asked the question, what is the easy way to get a domestic or uh, USIT? And the first thing is go through a training. Once you get trained, what is that going to happen is you will feel confidence. The inner confidence is going to put you ahead of your competition. That is the first thing, people. The days are gone where there was very less competition, and when we started 15 years back, there was pretty less competition, and with good communication, people got jobs. Now what happens? Now there are graduates, there's a masters, there are people from other industry, people lost jobs from COVID. Everybody is looking at this industry, and whoever has some good communication skills, they are getting the job. And now, if you ask me, the kind of training you get in the companies, they are like checklist training, and that is not going to help you to grow in your career, because those trainers, they train people according to their timeline, because the companies do not afford to keep people on bench without working for longer period of time. Now that's the reason, if this is your career, you got to take responsibility and invest on your self development, then go crack the interview, and that is where it's going to give you the opportunity and the self confidence as well. There's, yes, I can do this, I am better than other recruiters, I am not a fresher, meaning I'm a fresher but a trained fresher. And now you will be having something that you have done for your career, and absolutely that is going to give you more than what you expected. All right, that is what my suggestion is for you, Monica, and you did a good job. All right, any questions, people? Any questions for me here? I'm a pretty big believer of this industry, because that is where I build my bread and butter, people, because I did not know anything else when I started my career. It was around 2004, 2005 when I landed in Hyderabad in search of a job. I literally failed more than 40 interviews. You know, right? If you read my book, I have clearly mentioned over there, because I am from a village from Odisha, Malkangiri, and I studied a vernacular department, right? Odia medium. I have never spoken in English ever in my entire career before I stepped out of my home and I reached Hyderabad. Just to give you a little bit of story there. All right. Shall I share the story with you, people? Since the topic came in, shall I share? Say yes if I. All right. And now I'm going to finish 1 year. Thank you so very much. And now what happened when I reached Hyderabad? I did not know that only having a degree is enough, but we need to have a good communication skills. And now, when it comes to good communication skills, I was good at communicating in Hindi and Odia, but I have no experience in communicating in English, people. Literally, and I swear. And now, With that, whatever the communication I had, I communicated with the interviewers and so on, and I got rejected multiple times. I looked for cloth store jobs, sales boy. I looked for bar attender. I got interviewed for BPO, call center, sales, recruiting, everything that you name a position is open, and I was there to interview. And only one reason I got, because of my English, poor communication. I did not know that when I go to Hyderabad, I'll be competing with so much big crowd who came from very big families, and those who completed their education from big colleges. They talk pretty good. They are very intelligent people, and I was competing with them. Now, the main problem was I was not able to communicate in English, very poor in English. And on top of that, I had MTI, mother tongue influence. And if you heard of people from Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, they have a mother tongue influence, right? They have they pronounce few words differently, like issue, zigzag, vibration, peace, that sort of. Now, with that, I did not have any problem when I was talking the same way at my home, in my hometown. But it was a problem when I was looking for a job, because they were expecting a better communication. And that is the reason I suggest you people to work on your communication, and that is going to pay you long run. Then, after getting disappointed and getting frustrated, finally I joined the English communication spoken English course, and from there I slowly improved. I was not talking like this. I was very poor in English. I failed multiple times, and it took me 15 years to become a director of talent acquisition, from starting as a career of general IT recruiter. Why I'm telling you all this? Because someone 15 years ago can do this, and now there is so much opportunity of internet and everything, people. Why you cannot? Now, if you want to go to something else, if you want to work, if you are looking for government sector, if you're planning to write UPSC, if you are planning to go to Indian Armed Forces, and you want to go to other countries, you want to study MBA. Now, what you can do is you can take up this job, because it is going to be a night shift or could be a day shift, and it is going to give you money for that fit gap for 2 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, whatever it is time period. You can prepare for yourself, then you can do whatever you want. When there is an opportunity, you go to use it. All right, let me see what are the other questions are there. Yoga says, I'm going to finish 1 year in non-IT next year. Awesome, Yogesh. Good to know that. Perfect. Yoga says, recruitment. So going ahead, what approach should I take? What approach? What do you mean? You can rewrite your question. Now, Monica says, is it easy to get jobs in USA recruitment if we have experience in domestic IT recruitment? Yes, Monica. Only one thing what I would suggest is you focus on the tax terms, you focus on the communication, you focus on the visas and how other stuffs, the geography things, and if you know how to handle people, and you know how to build the rapport during the conversation, and you know how you can differentiate your approach when getting into the candidate with your introduction, absolutely you can definitely be a US IT recruiter. All right, and I wish you good luck. Yes. Yes, please share your experience and story. All right. Thank you so very much. I have shared anything else. So today the call is going to be for 30 minutes, and we have 15 more minutes left. Any questions for me? Absolutely, you can ask me. All right. And I was sharing another, I shared another video, right, recently, and that was about how the future will be. Guys, this is a multi-billion dollars industry. Now all the graduates, everybody going in, there is a lot of competition. Now think what? Now if there is a lot of competition, everyone is going to be a recruiter, senior recruiters, then who is going to manage them? So there will be a scarcity of leadership. Now focus on your leadership skills as well, and you will be paid high. All right, that is one of the suggestion I would give. All right. So Pravina asks, for working in US IT recruitment, do we need to work during US timing? Absolutely, Pravina. So here is how it works, right? One is a full-time recruiting, meaning you are the one who is going to find the candidate, you are the one who is going to source the candidate, you are the one who is going to talk to the candidate, and you are the one who is going to share the candidate to the client. All right, meaning the interviews and everything that happens. Now, there are some sourcer roles available. Okay, you got to find for that and look for that opportunity. Sourcer meaning you will be working in job portals and you will be sourcing candidates for those recruiters who will be working in the night. Okay, so those could be a day shift jobs. So that is what in day shift roles, Pravina. All right, and Yogesh is, I mean, how to be more productive in non-IT recruitment? Any tips for sourcing good candidates on non-IT? All right. Yogesh is, any tips on tools and any extra methodologies in the market which are hot? Okay. Now, here, Yogesh, first thing is, what is your current problem that you're facing? All right. So, tips and tricks, that's like a very high level, or I would say very generic words. What problem you're facing? If you're, this is what the tip I want to give to Yogesh or anybody else who is working in non-IT. The first thing is you got to understand the job so better, because non-IT jobs are primarily functional jobs. Now, for functional jobs, you need to understand the duties, right? So once you understand the duties, now you need to understand who are those kind of people who could do that kind of jobs. So do not just rely on the job description for you to find the keywords, but you need to understand that what kind of keywords that people may write. Now that is going to give you an extra edge to find people. And at the same time, LinkedIn is for IT and non-IT as well. But you guys, you whoever is working on the kind of roles, you need to understand where exactly your audience will be, what sort of technologies they should be knowing, are they using laptops, are they using mobile phones, so that you could change your approach in that manner. All right, I hope it helps. All right, Suman, to get jobs in a bigger companies like Amazon, Google, absolutely, absolutely, Monica. It's all about, first you got to build your experience, expertise, then go build your online presence, LinkedIn. Let your experience be shared with everybody else. Then approach big companies with your expertise and go for it. All right, very good. All right. So Amit says, I have recently joined as US pharmaceutical recruiter. Congratulations, Amit. They asked for MBA, so it is possible to get a job in such big companies just on the basis of experience. Well, if the MBA is what their one of the qualification criteria, then you got to do an MBA. So there could be no excuse. All right. And if they say without MBA you need extra 3 years of experience, something like that, you could try. All right. Amit says, how to do submission? I have pressure from manager. I have completed 30 days on floor. All right. How to do submission, meaning what are you doing so far then? What is that you have been doing in 30 days? Yeah. Any questions, please? So the one thing is, why are you there? Why do you exist? You need to understand people, right? As I was working as a recruiter, I was primarily focused about my salary, my submission, my targets, and so on. Now, the more I focused on myself, the more I rolled back, because it is very difficult to satisfy someone's need and expectation. And that is the reason. Do not be a target oriented recruiter, be a purpose oriented recruiter. Why you do what you do, find the reason and why exactly you want to do what you are doing. And once your why is clear, then you could go anywhere and you can achieve anything else. All right, perfect. Okay, Yogesh, I appreciate your answer, Suman. I have 9 starts in 10 months. I'm just starting. Whoa, congratulations. Congratulations, Yogesh. You are nailing it, man. You are nailing it. All right, please explain more about the position of sourcer. Oh, all right. The sourcer position is something Like, the person gets the requirement from the recruiter, meaning once the recruiter got some requirement from the manager, they email back that to the sourcer, who is a supporting wing. Now the sourcer goes to all the portals and LinkedIn and all the different ways, and finds matching profiles and shares that with the recruiter from whom that person has received the requirement. And the person who receives these sourced candidates, they are going to call them from there. All right, so that is the duty. So when there is a placement, according to the company policies, the recruiter gets incentive, the sourcer also gets incentive. All right, so that's how it works. Rashmi says, I have recently joined as an IT recruiter for people. Gamut is this kind of target jobs. Anything that you join that is a target oriented job, Rashmi. All right, so can you tell me one job which is not target oriented? Everything. And now here there is a lot of money in recruiting industry, and it has targets as well. So initially it could be difficult for you because you need to accustom with the game, and once you understand it, there would be no problem because everyone goes through it. I want to increase these numbers. So any extra tools or tips in the market apart from basic portals? The only thing is, what I suggest, Yogesh, focus on the backouts, find out the reasons why there are backouts. Now start working on the reasons and applying that to your uh, future candidates and so on. That is the best way how it works. Any other tools to just make more placements? I have not used it, so I have no answer for that at this point of time, at least. All right, only thing is how to focus on minimizing backouts, that increases the placements. All right, I have been trying but not getting one. Amit says, I've been trying but not getting. Why? What is the reason, Amit? Gajendra, hi sir, how can I create a vendor list for pharma non-IT requirements, please? All right, so here, vendor list, you're talking about recruiters, you have candidates, or you are looking for a salespeople. So only the best thing is you should be looking at LinkedIn. You have to find the profiles or the companies which are primarily dealing with pharmaceutical things, and yes, then go interact and get the number. So there will be no ready-made sort of things. And what I suggest is ask this question to other recruiters who are working in your similar industry. All right, and they may definitely help you out. Amit says, want to earn a lot of money. All right, Tatastu, you definitely earn a lot of money and position, Amit. How we can handle back out candidates? So you, all right, so here Vajayanti asks how we can handle back out candidates. So what I would suggest is, don't wait till the candidate backs out. All right, why we should wait till the candidate back out? So that is where the problem comes in. When you do not have the perceived value, there are reasons. And first thing you got to remember that this industry, recruiting industry, will have backout, will have no shows, and people will not answer your calls, period. We cannot avoid that. That's how this business is. And someone is sitting on your head and telling you why your candidates are backing out, why your people are not taking interview, then that person is naive or expecting something to happen magic. So you as a recruiter need to understand that you have to have the patience. Yes, why my candidate is not answering, meaning, have you done your homework enough? Did you give enough value so that you have a rapport built? Now if you have you not if you want to understand more about it, I would suggest you to read Nail the Deal, and you will get some more information out of that. All right, now once you understand that, you have to have the pre-objection handling. You want to pre-clear the objection on the beginning, Vajanti. Then slowly you get in and help how the person can get a job. That's what your focus should be. All right. All right. There's more questions coming in. Sunita says, sir, can you please explain how was future as bench sales recruiter? Absolutely, Sunita. So here for bench sales recruiter could be, you will be a senior bench sales lead. Then you could transition to a BDM if you have built enough connections. All right. That is one of the things that I say after the manager roles. All right. All right, Yogesh, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. And nice advice. I have honestly 7 backouts. That's fine. Just focus on the backouts and that will increase the placements. Madhu says, Hi Suman, my question is when the client is asking to get candidates from oil, gas, refined industry, what are the possible skill sets we can look into, and can you please add suggest few? All right. So here I'm sure, Madhu, if you're looking for oil and gas industry and refinery industry, uh, you should be adding the relative terms of the same industry. Okay, you may write the oil and gas, energy, or refinery. You may write what we have oil and gas. You can write, and if you write the Shell as a company, HP, and nuclear. So those are the power. You can write power plants, and that can help you find in people from that industry. And if they are talking about any particular skills, and obviously we need to look in because that is a very broader question. All right, I hope it helps. Extensions in getting the contact details while working on US recruiting, please. Thank you in advance. Extensions in getting the contact details. What? Okay, you are talking about Chrome extensions, Madhu. Well, if you want to use extensions on LinkedIn, I would suggest you to do not use any extensions, at least for at this point of time. Why? Because LinkedIn is very closely monitoring any sort of scraping happening on its page. Now, if you're using any third party extensions regularly, and LinkedIn understands or finds it something is unusual activity is happening from your account, so you will be ending up getting deleted, or you will be banned. You will totally lose your account. So if at all you want to use some sort of extensions, do your research. So I really don't want to suggest anything else on record. All right, because that is not I really want to advise. It was working 5 years back, 6 years back, but now as of today it is very dangerous. All right, if you want to try, if you do something, please create a dummy account and do that. Try yourself. Okay, Vajanti says, kindly tell me the total job boards available in the market and what are the job boards majorly candidate will be active. So Vajanti, there are so many job boards available for US as well as for India, but now the question is how much your company is investing on, which portal that you have, because if we there are so many paid portals, free is not always free. So only thing what we could do is, if we want to look for candidates, definitely we can go to LinkedIn. Or if you are looking for candidates and similar technology, yes, from Stack Overflow you can pull few email IDs. From GitHub you can get email IDs. And if you're working for UI graphic UX designer, we have a Behance, we have a Dribble. So those are the few websites where you can find candidates. All right, so rest are paid websites. So there are so many that you could definitely check online. All right, perfect. Pravina says, can you please share the training details that you provide, please? Absolutely, Pravina. So here I have my phone number. Let me share that. So here is my WhatsApp. Here, this is the WhatsApp number I have. So I'm gonna pinning it for you, so you can send message here, and my team will respond to that. All right, very good. Karthikeyan says, how many closers a recruiter can do per month? That's a very subjective, Karthikeyan. And while I was working in Randstad, in 1 month I made 8 closers. All right, and I have seen people making 10, 15 closers, and depends on what sort of positions you work. All right, and how fast your client moves. So that is very subjective. So if you are making in USIT recruiting one placement a month, you are safe. All right, Harsh. Harsh says, as a beginner, it is too difficult for me to find candidate according to requirements. So guide me for that. Yes, Harsh, I can understand. I can relate to that. What you are saying. So finding candidate is a problem for you, Harsh. Then you need to understand that it is not the problem with finding. It could be the problem for you how you're understanding the requirement. Now once you don't have the clarity on requirement, you may not able to build the keywords, identify the keywords and build the strings. Now that could be the problem. And if you are not able to identify keywords, build strings, then you might be hitting wrong candidates and wrong candidate will not reply. That's where your self confidence goes down, your self image goes down. So focus on how you can dissect and how you can understand requirement better, then go and search for candidates. All right, this will be my uh, suggestion for you. Perfect. Amit says, all right, once I take time in anything, if I become good, then become unstoppable. But how can I express this to my team leads? They can't give time for more than 50 days. 50 days, Amit, it is your life, man. You do not have to explain anybody else. All right. And that is not the only company that you're working. You are not working on anybody's mercy. Take your time. Everyone has a different speed. Yes, they are paying money, they expect more, but you got to little bit drag yourself more. Don't be like, oh little me, oh I'm a fresher, oh I cannot take pressure, or I people are asking me so many things to do. Don't keep yourself like that small pity box. All right, now be as a professional, take challenge, grow from there, take the pressure at this point of time and make yourself so strong that anything that comes in, yes, I'll prove myself within 50 days. Yes, you gotta take this as a challenge and go for it, man. That's where the fun is. All right, let people do whatever it is. You take courses, you take training, you work on yourself. I understand how that bad time feels, but now the opportunity is huge. Connect with the team, and you, if you would like, you can go through the training and you can change your career. That's what I suggest. We cannot change the managers and leads and the owners. They are paying you. All right, but through your channel, I'll get edge on it. Perfect, Amit. Good job, man. Kiran says, hi, Suman here. Kiran, big fan here. Thank you so very much for saying so, Kiran. Recently bought your book. Oh, yeah, Kiran, correct. You are the one who shared the pic, right? Glad to see. And yes, Kiran, one of your friend who was about to buy a book, right? So please ask to connect with the team and they have something for him. All right. So we can talk offline. All right. Perfect, Kiran. So how did you find the book, Kiran? What have you finished so far? Please share your inputs. Vajanti says, what do you think most challenging situation in recruiting? Perfect. Vajanti, the first thing is challenging was for my timing. I was working in the night shift, right? It's a day shift. The bigger thing is about managing my health, my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health, and that is what the primary thing. Then it comes to the work part and focusing on how I can minimize the interview no shows and backouts. That's what it is there. And how did I overcome that? I took everything as a challenge, man. I took it as a challenge. All right. How things won't work, I'll look at it and I'll say, yes, I will do it. And that's what I have shared in my book as well. If you have not read it, I would suggest you to do that. All right. So here is what, right? So this is how it looks like. And yes, this is the nail the deal. And it has been changing so many people's life. And Kiran is what? Kiran is here, right? He brought this book and he's suggesting one of the friends who should read the book. All right, if you want it signed copy, just send a message to the WhatsApp number and I'll connect with my team in there. At least invest something for your career and you'll see how things are changing. All right, hi Kiran. So I hope you are seeing that different worldview after going through the book, right? Did you see anything else, any changes? Did you learn something new? Perfect. So by the time he answers, let me read few things. All right. It's been 2 months and not even one closer till now. Help me out to overcome. Not a problem. If you are putting your efforts, don't worry. If your candidates are going to the interviews, don't worry. All right. Now, if you are not able to submit candidates, if you're then there is a problem. If you're submitting candidate and that is not converting to the interviews, that is the problem. And it has been interviewing for the same reason they're getting rejected, that's a problem. So you need to sit and understand where things are going wrong and how you can mitigate that. All right. So that would be my suggestion here. Perfect. We hit 30 minutes time or 35 minutes. We have been talking here. So I am scheduled for 30 minutes. So guys, do you think these kind of live calls will help you to get your answer clears and give you some more information? Do you think it will be helpful for you if I come live often and we interact with each other? What would you suggest? Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Vajayanti. Rashmi says yes, perfect. Vajayanti says, yes, you are an inspirational one in online. I could see about recruitment. Thank you so very much. Guide us and post daily about recruitment tips. Suman, thank you for reply. So very much. So glad. So glad to hear that. God bless you. God bless you. Hmm. Perfect. Yeah, Kiran is the one who is sharing uh, his feedback here. All right. So Kiran, go to the chapter 4, and in the chapter 4, fill that. Take a white paper and write down everything on capital letter with pen. All right. Now fill the details, take a photo, and send that to the team. All right. That is your task, Kiran. Will you do that? Chapter 4. All right. You got to sit down and you do it. Do it. Okay. Please share the time of live session. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to share a day before of live, and maybe for tomorrow we'll connect at 9 o'clock. All right. 9 to 10, 1 hour. We're going to talk. Amit says, thank you so much. Lovely when I meet you in person once in life. Release my stress, feeling free now. Awesome. Not a problem, Amit. You can do it, man. You can do it. These are pretty small things. All right. Don't worry. We are here. So that is the reason, right? We as a recruiter, we are helping companies to grow. Companies are making multi-million dollars. We are being paying peanuts. And now the thing is, we as a recruiter, we do not think ourselves as a doormats, man. We have to have our respect. We need to bring our respect back because we are there, not selling credit cards. We are not selling house loans. We are not selling that country club subscription. We are helping people to get the job. We are making their life better. And why should not we get proud about it? And that's what you got to feel. That's what we are doing. Now that is the reason once the recruiters understand why they are doing what they are doing, this is going to be the best industry and you're going to enjoy your life, people. And I'm on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters, through you people. Just join my mission and let's make this as a beautiful world. That's what my mission, that's what I expect from everybody else. Very good. Sure, I'll do that. I'll come live. All right, I'll go through the nail the deal. Absolutely, Amit, you could do that. And once again, thank you so very much, everybody. See you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And we'll have a lot of discussion like that. And I'll come with more such information. And I'm sure all we together can help each other and build a beautiful community where all the recruiter can solve their problems and help others to find jobs. All right. Once again, take care and have a great weekend. And thank you so very much, everybody, joining, listening, asking questions, and giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge with you. Thank you so very much. Take care and God bless you, people.